What's going on, guys? Welcome back. My name is Brandon, and today we're going to take a little bit of a break from the giveaways that we've been doing, and we're going to work on one of our upcoming projects. I'm going to bring in and show it to you. Should be a lot of fun. Stick around. So this is what I've got, guys. This is a 7 wide by 16 foot long. It's all aluminum Neo trailer. It has a round top, meaning that it's kind of got like an arch to it. And it's also got like a drop down V-nose. So not only is it a round top, it's V-nose, and it also kicks down a little bit at the front. Now take a look at this side, and you can see how nice and smooth. This is a bonded exterior. It's 30 thousandths sheet metal, and you can see that there's no screws that hold it together. It's like an adhesive or a two-sided tape that holds on all these exterior pieces. Then you come over here. I don't know if you can see that, but look at this side. This side is like peppered with dents. So all of this peppered with dents, all of this, the door, and these 3 panels on the side here. Then we come over here and look at the back. It's got a rear ramp gate. It's got drop down 2-inch square stock downriggers, all aluminum again. You can see, guys, when I hold it like this, just how bad off this trailer is. Now, the person I bought it from said that they thought that this trailer was in a hailstorm. I don't think that that's the case, and I'll tell you why. So like I said, this is a 2018 trailer, and I think what happened here in New England, we have what's called snowblowers. I think this trailer was parked just like it is right now here in my driveway. I think somebody was snowblowing the driveway, and they were aiming the snow, the chute, at this side throughout the winter, not realizing that they're doing damage to the trailer. And it may not be the snow that actually did that, but it's what you suck up. Like, so if you had a, like a dirt or gravel driveway, all of that would get blown through the snowblower, shoot at the side of this, and that would cause that type of damage. Or even ice. Ice would do the same thing. If you got a lot of ice, it'll blow that over. It would put all these dents in it. Not this year, but probably in the spring, I'm going to replace this panel, this panel, this panel, this one, this one. This is only going to be the tricky one right here, because I'm going to have to either find somebody that has a bending brake to bend this lip onto this, or I'm going to have to rent a bending brake and do it myself. But I don't think it's going to be too bad. I think probably I can get this done in probably a day. It's just not something that I want to do right now because I've got some other projects that I need to do. Today being one of them, I want to remove these tires and wheels, and I want to inspect the brakes. This has brakes on both front and rear axles. These trailers come with Dexter axles, and this has the brake setup that's called, I think it's like Never Adjust, where all you have to do is back up with the trailer, hit the brakes, and they adjust themselves. They're like a self-adjusting brake, kind of like on a car. So you can see I've already got a couple things in here. Now when I say this trailer is 7 by 16, guys, that's the square part of the box. Then it has another like 2 feet up here, so it's to the front of the V-nose, inside, it's like 18 feet. But it's 7 by 16, the square part, so like back to here. So I've got a couple bikes in here now. I can easily fit 4 easily with room around it. I can definitely fit 6 bikes in here. It's pretty good size. It's got a little bit of track down on the floor. Some guys have been leaving me some great comments about ways to fasten the bikes in here, and some of it is L-track, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull this up, put down some L-track. It's super expensive though to L-track this 3 strips down the edge, the middle, and this side with 12 clamps. It's like $600, but it just looks so nice. So yeah, I'm gonna end up finishing this off. I'll finish the ceiling at some point. I gotta build some aluminum race cabinets up here. That's gonna be an upcoming project. I don't know how to do it. I've never built them. There's nothing online how to do it. So if any of you guys have some information on how to build aluminum race cabinets, reach out to me, because I'm struggling. I want to put just a small cabinet here with a couple, maybe 3 doors, to keep a auxiliary battery up here, because I'm going to put all LED lighting in here. Then I want to put an overhead cabinet, and this is going to be a mobile welding rig / motorcycle toy hauler. So it's going to serve double duty. This trailer has what's called like an integrated tongue. So the aluminum tongue is not underneath the rest of the trailer. It's actually built in it, and it's a triple tongue. It's got this, and another one on the other side. This thing is super well built. All the cross members are 2x3 box tubing, which is pretty awesome. A lot of them use like a C channel, and this is all framed up 16 on center. The walls are all framed 16 on center with 1-inch box tubing, and the ceiling is also framed 16 inches on center. And you can see the round top with the arches, and it's got a roof vent. I was a little discouraged about having to replace these panels because I drove almost 4 hours one way to pick this trailer up, and it didn't quite look like this to this extent in the pictures. But in fairness, I picked this trailer up for half of what it would cost new, so I think I did all right. I'm not going to get hurt on this. Even replacing these panels, I'm not going to get hurt at all either, so I don't mind doing it. But let's get into this, guys, and check out these brakes, pack the bearings, make sure everything looks good here. Hopefully these things will come off. I haven't jacked it up yet, just in case I got to put a breaker bar on this. Oh yeah, came right off. Get this kind of placed up underneath that axle a little bit. Yeah. Get the other side tires too blocked over there. That way we don't have to worry about it rolling down the hill. Okay, it's off the ground. This trailer tow is wicked awesome, guys. It is super light. I think this trailer is, I don't know, like 1,600 pounds, 1,900 pounds. Like I said, it's all aluminum, so it's super light. So I just tightened up, snugged up 2 of the lug nuts just to check the bearings to see if there's any looseness. Doesn't feel like it, but you want to hear something crazy? I've got a 2018 F-150. It's got a trailer package on it, and it came that way from the factory. So when I drove to go pick this trailer up, it was in Derry, New Hampshire. Like I say, it's almost 4 hours away from me. And I get there, and of course it was pouring rain and everything else. I went to plug the trailer in, and said I didn't have the trailer brakes hooked up on it. Well, I looked, and there's like supposed to be a little trailer brake controller hooked onto the dash, or I thought there was. Truck doesn't come with it, which I thought was really strange for a truck that would come with a hitch and a towing package and the 7-way round connector and all the other stuff for towing. Doesn't come with a brake controller, so I had to buy the brake controller. So I towed it home without brakes. Lucky it's a super light trailer, so I didn't really need them. So I ended up ordering the controller and putting it in, which wasn't too bad. It took me about a half an hour to put it in myself. But now you either got to go to a dealer to get the brake controller activated in the truck, or download this computer program called 4Scan. Yeah, I know it sounds weird, but and then you can disable it. You can enable it through that. I ended up getting the computer program because there's all kinds of other things you can do with that program, but that's besides the point. I just think it's really strange that a truck would be manufactured with a trailer package and it wouldn't have a brake controller. I don't know. Weird. I just gotta take off this little dust cover. Yeah, the grease doesn't smell burned, guys. Looks good. You can see, guys, there's a little Zerk fitting inside there. So you can actually grease these bearings just by pulling off this little center dust boot here. Pull off this little cage piece. This just keeps the, I believe, the nut from backing off. Out of there. Like I say, the only reason I'm really doing this, guys, is just for peace of mind, you know. That way I know that the brakes are adjusted properly and I'm not going to have any problems. The only really steel is on it right here. This little L channel right here, the springs, the hangers, the drums. I'm going to take a product called Chassis Saver. I'm going to go in and pretty much wire brush just all of this, the axle and everything, and go in here and brush on that chassis saver. That stuff works awesome, and what that does is that stops rust and prevents future rust. And I've used it on a bunch of different things that I have. and it is incredible, guys. It's made by a company called Magnet Paints. I'll put a link down in it if you guys want to check it out, but I know that it's used in like the beds of, you know, like public works vehicles and trucks to prevent, you know, salt here in New England. The salt goes in the back beds, salt and sand, and that product prevents those back bodies from rusting out. Come on. Little washer. Yeah, those bearings look good. They don't smell burned or anything. Yeah, those brakes look good. Well, I'm right here. I'm just going to spray everything down with some brake cleaner, clean everything up. Then I just got to do the other ones. I'll do the other ones off camera, guys. Once you see me do one of these, you don't have to really see me do any more. I'm sure the other side's probably going to be just fine. I mean, these do look like they're in really good shape. My biggest concern would just be making sure that the adjusters are spinning, which they are. But yeah, this will be fun, guys. We're going to do a lot of aluminum welding on this because I like aluminum because it doesn't rust. So, and it's perfect for our climate here in New England. Yeah, once we put that black chassis saver on all of this frame stuff, guys, wire brush it down and clean it up nice, this is going to look really good. So look like a brand new trailer. Like I say, I don't mind putting a little bit of time into it because like I did pick it up for about half of what it would cost to buy it new. So, and it is a 2018, so it doesn't have a whole lot of time on it, I don't believe. Now what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to put this bearing in just like this, kind of get that on there, and then I'm going to start pumping in grease right here with this cap off until it starts to push this bearing out. And the reason I'm going to do it that way, from what I've read, is that if you pump in too much grease into this, what will happen is it'll, instead of pushing it out the front, it'll push it out the back out of that seal in the back of this. Then you'll start pumping all that into your brakes, all that grease. So I want to avoid that. So by keeping this loose, this will be the weak area. So once I start pumping in grease here, you'll see the grease should start coming out the front. Then I can put everything back together. I know this isn't a welding video, guys, but I also don't want to overwhelm everybody with like just giveaway week after week after week. I just don't think that that's good for the channel. It's probably not good for you guys too, because you tune in to see projects, see things getting done. Although this isn't welding, it's going to lead into welding, so it kind of gives you a eye-opener into what's going to be coming up on the channel. Putting in some more grease. But yeah, as of right now, guys, I'm giving away 3 welders. 2 of them I've already shown you. So I'm going to put links down in the description. Go watch those videos if you want to get in on them. They're both multi-process welders. They're not cheapos, and they weld aluminum. They're real good units. They're each 200 amp welders. Again, I'll put links down in the description and links up above. 2 lucky subscribers are going to win those. I'm giving one away in October, and I'm giving another away in November. And the third one hasn't been announced yet. That's going to be given away in December. So watch this, guys, when I put just a little bit of grease in it. Ready? Watch right here. You watch that bearing start coming out a little bit. See that moving out? There. That is making sure that that bearing is getting good and lubricated without blowing out the back. Yeah, look at that. Nice. So now we got the big flat washer, followed by the nut. Now if you had to pick one way to go with this, guys, you would always want to have this to be on the looser side than the tighter side, because you don't want to burn up your bearings. So what I'm doing, guys, I'm just tightening it up till it spins a little rough, and then I'm just going to back it off. That might be a little tight right there. So now I'm just going to back it off a little, and we'll put that cage on it. And that cage kind of replaces the old like cotter pin types. There it is, guys. That's all there is to that. You take a little block of wood so you don't mess that face up. That looks good. Clean up my splattered mess. Then I'm just going to pull this seal back just a little bit to burp that air that I might have built up inside there when I was hammering that on. And this one's good. I feel confident that our brakes are nice. They're got a lot of life left in them. They're going to adjust properly, and that the bearings look good and they're not burnt. And you can tell a lot of times if a bearing has gotten hot just by the smell of it. And once I get the tire on it, guys, if this ends up being a little too dry, I can always pull this cap off, even with a wheel on it, and readjust it. But yeah, that's that. I just got 3 more to do. I might try to find some center caps for these guys to just dress up these lug nuts a little bit, because I'm not a big fan of the rust look, and that would cover up this too. But also this is going to be painted, this part in here, with chassis saver, that black chassis saver. So I'm telling you, that stuff works incredible, guys. Like I said, I did a frame with it. I actually did the hitch on the tractor, and I'll put a link to that when we built the Reese hitch, or the hitch attachment for the tractor. I used that on it. It worked awesome. I don't want to go crazy with these because I think it's very important that these be torqued. I don't want to be that guy going down the road and you see him and he's missing a wheel, and there's another car pulled over on the other side of the road because the tire jumped and hit another car. Not good. So I Googled it, guys, and a Dexter 3,500 pound axle with 1/2-inch studs and conical lug nuts takes from 90 foot-pounds to 120 foot-pounds. So we're going to bring them to 90 first, then we'll go to probably 100. We'll split the difference. Yeah, and the one thing I thought was cool is that the Dexter axle had a sticker inside of it that said "Made in the USA," which is pretty cool. Then this is to check them like at 25 miles, 50 miles, and 100 miles after the initial time you tighten these. So we'll give it a go after that. And that's all there is to it, guys. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. If this is something that you like, please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to check out those other videos so you can get in on those welder giveaways. Like I said, I'm giving away a welder in October and November, and some lucky subscriber is going to win it, and I hope it is you. Until next week, guys, I will see you then. New videos every Friday. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you then. Take care. Stay safe. See ya.